Hey YouTube, it's Wednesday, it's warm in California, beautiful day. Finally finished up some knives. This took coming to 3 weeks to finish this batch of 3. Just because spring break and heading home, whole bunch of family issues and whatnot. But anyways, here we go. This is the first one. Just a black kydex sheath, cocobolo wood handle. Let's pull it out. It's $10.95 once again. I really just love that wood grain. This is a real thin stock knife, meant more for slicing. Huge handle, so you have huge comfort and power when you're cutting through things. Well, then again, you are using a thin stock, so you don't cut anything hard, just meant for comfort. This is my first attempt at jimping. I have a small hacksaw that I used for the build along a while back. And what I did is I just stuck my finger there and just sawed into a nook. And my finger is just to guide the saw blade into the same portion. And it turned out alright. If you look closely, you can see this first one's a bit deeper than the other one. But I did go at different angles, so the inside of this jimping is rounded, even though it has a square top. And it works quite well. It's sharp enough to catch your thumb and provide a little bit of traction on the top. And it's a full flat grind and convexed edge. This knife was whiter. However, due to burning the edge on belt sander and what was it? I think at one point the edge was just too thin. It collapsed on itself just cutting wood. So I had to back it up a bit, convex edge, and it's a stable edge for cutting pine 2x4s. So that was kind of the standard that I used. And it was actually so thin I couldn't finish this on the belt sander because I don't have a variable speed belt sander to slow down. I ended up having to sand this sand this on the belt to maybe about 80%. And I finished the rest with the 600 grit Japanese Waterstone, then 1000, then 6000, and then I finished the edge on that, buffed it, and here we have it. The sheath this week is a bit different. You can see it's a bit higher up on the knife. I kind of like the puko look, you know, where the puko sheath goes all the way up to maybe 10% left of the knife handle showing. So that being nice. It takes out the possibility of a thumb ramp, unless you somehow pinch the kydex up when it's hot or something. Something tricky like that. But, yeah. You still can get a full hand grip before pulling the knife out. And still can insert the knife just as fine, just something different. There is a huge void of kydex right here. I'm not sure whether I want to cut this portion out just to follow the shape of the knife or keep it square as is. I kind of like it square because it looks nicer, but since this is such a compact package already, I'm wondering if I should take it off. If you guys have opinions on that, let me know. And finally got a tech lock. So instead of using the old clip that I used to have, I now am sizing my rivets for tech locks. And the old sheet that I have, that other extra rivets there is for the old belt mount clip that I have. So there's number 1. Number 2 I have real mixed feelings about. I kind of don't like the color of the kydex, but I had it laying around. I ordered it, paid for it, so thought I'd use it. So here it is. Kind of it looks toxic green on the camera. It's more of like a green tea ice cream green. Not my favorite. I could see, I don't know. I don't know who I'd see liking it, but sorry, the wind's picking up. But yeah, I had it laying around, thought I'd use it. I thought it went better with this color than a darker colored handle, so I said if any knife, it should be this knife. Again, I have it kind of cut up here at this angle. Thought I'd try something different this week. I kind of like the looks of how this comes up. I mean, just having it straight here and then having your or the cut for your hand was kind of getting old. Oops, dropping knives. So yeah, this is also in $10.95. This sheath is really tight. Yeah, so 1095. This was my original design for the Sugar Creek forge, except on a wider piece of steel. Has a thumb ramp and all that. I'll show all these knives once I pick up the camera off the table. Just get through this real quick. This is called satin wood. Kind of a plain wood, reminds me of a 2x4 pine wood, but if you could see it, there's a lot of glare right now, but there's a lot more reflection on it. It's a lot brighter than a 2x4 when you finish it. Sorry, a little bit of duct tape residue from when I was making the sheath for it. But yeah, so this is simple. This is a bit thicker stock than the previous one. I think it's 1/8 inch, while the other one was a 1/16 below that, so as you can thinner. But this is 1/8 inch stock, a bit beefier. Also flat ground from, you can see the grind line here, and then a convexed edge. This one will also cut a phone book, but not as easily, just because of the thickness. Yeah, so that's that one. Again, with the ugly color sheet. Let me know if you guys like it. Like the color. I personally don't have too much attachment to it. And of course, the last one, my favorite of this week's batch, is this. You guys saw it in the previous video where I showed the hamon. Yeah, so I just got a phone call. Downside of using your phone for your camera. Yeah, anyways, something about hamon, something about last week's video, and here it is. This is, another reason why you shouldn't use your phone for your camera. A lot of glare, but you can see kind of the differentially tempered lines. Another pro side of doing your own heat treat. You can even see it in the front here, if you can get a shot without glare. I'll show it later, but yeah. So this is my first time etching a blade. Looks real. I actually like the look of it. I chose this zebra wood with this kind of cut just to kind of go along with the theme of the quench lines. And yeah. So anyways, let's see if you can see it there. You can kind of see it right there. You see the lines there. Continue on to the tip of the blade. If I could get my camera to focus in on it. Anyways, yeah, real beautiful. I do like acid etching because I finished this only up to about a 400 grit belt, and then you just acid etch it for a real long time, and it does take out almost all the grind lines. Ignore the fingerprints over there. I have some wax on the blade just to bring out the hamon a bit more. I'm not sure what to put on it, so just some of the wax from the wood. It's a beautiful golden colored wood. Yeah, it's a bit darker in real life. Actually, I think I like the way it looks on camera better. It's usually the other way around. And just double finger choil. So you can either go on here, but if you want to choke up a bit, you can really crank down on here. It's a bit awkward, but then if you're really pressing down on something and you want good control, there you go. And there. I'm not sure what these bubbles are from. These could be just from the normal heat treat. I don't know if you can see them real vaguely here. You see this? Because when I put it in the water, I just kind of went like that once, and then a little bit deeper the second time and third time. And then I dunked the whole thing in after that. So I'm not sure where this is from, but yeah. And the sheath for this, so it looks like a complex shape, and it might be hard making a sheath for, but what I just did is I just made it go, hold on. I just made it go straight in and out. So then I just, after I pressed it, I just heated this portion up to let this part out again. So it doesn't have kydex in this area here. So just go straight in and out. And brown kydex sheath. I thought brown would go good with it. Either brown or black for this one. I'm not going to do the fruity green color. Call it the green tea ice cream sheath. But yeah, it's a pretty solid one. You can see I kind of went with the opposite style for this one. It's really shallow. Maybe only about 3/4 to an inch is covered. Whereas the other knife has almost, what, maybe 2.5 to 3 inches covered. And, oh, these are really tight sheets. Yeah, right there. And the last one of this week here. I don't know if I showed this the week before, but I did make an orange and black sheath for the Paduke knife. Orange and, I don't know if I said orange and black, I meant orange and brown. And here are the knives. Alright, thanks so much for watching, guys. Oh, one last thing. So you can see the old lock that I have. I like this one because it's just straight in and out. You don't have to finagle it too much on your belt. But it doesn't have an adjustment for the thickness of the belt, so it tends to wobble a bit. The pro side of the Tech Lock, it has this insert right here, this piece, that will allow you to adjust for your belt. And you can see there how the holes are tapped for both belt sizes, or belt clip sizes. Alright guys, I think that's it. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.